welcome to this World of Tanks subscriber replay. My name, as always, is Maxwell, and today's video comes to us from the user Mick. That's Mick, and they are driving the Cromwell, which is the tier 7 British medium tank, on an encounter battle on Ensk. Now, I really enjoyed playing as the Cromwell. I love playing as this tank. I actually found it to be a lot more fun than the Crusader, which is the tier 5 light tank, so what you would think would be the standard light scout tank for the British, where in fact the Crusader is not that tank. It has medium matchmaking and plays a lot more like a medium tank. So in fact I found this tank, the tier 6 Cromwell, to be a lot better suited and a lot more fun and versatile when used in a scouting type role as a flanker and an ambusher. So yeah, really enjoyed playing as the Cromwell, so I'm looking forward to commentating over this clip because I know that this tank is capable of some big plays. So just first off, setting up himself in a good ambush position with the front lines of his troops, just trying to get some hits on anybody who pokes themselves far too forward. Now at the moment they've got themselves in a good position. They have the enemy pinned down quite close to their spawn, so they don't have good advanced positions and probably not able to see or hit anybody. So there's his first kill of the game, taking out that, what was it? It was an M4. As you see, the enemy's still quite heavily clustered around their spawn point. Taking a bit of a hit there, but nothing really to worry about, not too much damage dealt. They're just going to keep repositioning himself and trying to get a good firing position on some of the enemies. So just trying to hit this T-34-85, thinking that he's probably just hiding behind a wall. So just laying down a couple of shots, hopefully trying to take out the wall that he's hiding behind. Unfortunately, it looks like he was probably hiding behind the massive pile of rubber, which is not destructible. So just decide to have a quick look at the minimap and see that they don't really have anybody pushing on the centre of the map towards the objective. They don't really even have anybody watching over it. They've got a Panzer III-4 who kind of might have eyes on the on one side of the capture point. So just decided to reposition himself with a few other tanks, but spots an A-20 for some reason just lurking in the centre of the map. Not sure what he is doing there. Takes a shot on his tracks for his trouble, but then should easily be able to take out this A-20. No idea what he was thinking, just sitting there in the centre of the map. As an A-20 is not going to be able to trade with these tanks at this tier. So just in that awkward moment now where he's got to wait for his tracks to repair, because there's no point using a repair kit if he's not under enemy fire or in any kind of significant danger, so just waiting for his tracks to come up there. As you can see, because they've left the capture point alone, the enemy is able to just get in there with a T-150 and start the capture process, and their heavy tanks are still quite a distance away and very, very slow. So it's going to be up to this guy here to try and get in and see if he can do something about it. So should easily be able to give this T-150 the run around, especially when he's not even focusing on him, as his acceleration and speed is more than enough to be able to just give this guy the run around, who for some reason isn't using his hull to traverse, just trying to rely on his turret traverse. So started using his hull traverse at the end there, but then unfortunately had his tracks taken out, and there we go, gets himself finished off for not using his tank to its fullest potential. So they're getting pretty heavily stomped at the moment, 6-11, so it's going to be up to our man. He is just going to decide that discretion is the better part of valor and going to run away for a little bit. Probably going to have a scout around the enemy spawn point, try and take out their artillery and hopefully some of their camping tank destroyers to give themselves a bit of an easier time, because they do still have artillery, a heavy tank and a medium tank in the centre there. If I'm not mistaken, that is a Churchill. And a Panzer III-4 can be pretty good if used correctly. So yeah, just going to come in on the enemy's base and try and find their artillery. Spots an A-13, but with his positioning, it's probably AFK. So we check the mini-map, you can see the artillery running away, and he spots it there as well. Sees the grill making a beeline for the sheds. Not able to get a hit on him, unfortunately, and he just vanishes into the fog of war. So just going to try and chase him down and take him out. Although strangely it looks like he has vanished into thin air, which is weird. No idea where he went there. And I think our man here is thinking the same thing, that the guy's just absolutely vanished and does not want to spend all his time chasing him. So he's just going to loop back around and take out this A13 for a free, easy kill. As at 13-6, you can pretty much see the way this game is going. It's a bit of a foregone conclusion that that they're not going to be able to win this game, as they have an artillery piece and this Cromwell here. So there's an SU-100 probably going to be looping around to take out either our man here or trying to get eyes on their AMX artillery piece. To be honest, he's probably going to be going for the artillery, as it's a much juicier prize. And yes, as you can see, he drives in there to try and take out the artillery. Shouldn't be too difficult, just 1 or 2 shots should be able to take him out, no problem, as the SU-100 gets quite a meaty gun, but I'm still not sure it does 240 damage. So I'm just going to come in here and try and get a hit on him as well, just to get a little bit of damage dealt before the battle ends. So I'm not sure what the SU-100 is doing. He's trying to return, but messed that totally up, and unfortunately the AMX missed his shot, so I'm not able to take out the SU-100 there. But our man should be able to do that, no problem whatsoever. Unfortunately though, somebody has come up behind. What is it? It's a Stug 3. So a Stug 3 snuck up and is now going to pounding him. Luckily manages to get alongside him, but the enemy's Churchill 1 turns up, so he sneaks behind the Stug, and the Churchill 1 hits the Stug. And they must be suffering from lag, because nobody can seem to hit this guy. He's facing off against 3 tanks here, and he's making them either shoot each other. And there you go, able to take out the Stug. Unfortunately, the base capture is up in the 90s now, but absolutely amazing. Managed to stand up against 4 tanks all at the same time and show them up and teach them a lesson. In fact, even able to take out the artillery at the end there. So absolutely amazing moves from McShee there. Unfortunately losing the game, but showing up 4 tanks and really taking them to school at the end there. So brilliant clip, and thanks very much for sending that one in, and thank you very much to you guys for watching.